I've been a realtor here in the state of Florida for over 5 years now, and I've helped a lot of clients and friends move from Connecticut, from New York, from California, from Miami, from all over the place. And there are so many different reasons as to why they make the move. And in today's video, my friends, we're here to dive deeper into a few of those reasons. Let's begin, my friends. If there's anybody new to this channel, or if this is just your first video, I just want to welcome you with a big virtual hug. My name is Renzo Montiuti, and I go all over the state of Florida looking at new homes, resale homes, investment properties, the whole shebang. But really, I want you to know, whenever you join this channel or come onto this channel and watch a video, we're here to show you incredible opportunities in the real estate market here in Florida. Now, today, my friends, we're here in Dunellen, Florida, and we're gonna be taking a look at a brand new construction modern farmhouse with 2.29 acres of land, with, best of all, no HOA and no CDD. So you know what that means. No one can tell you what you can or can't do with your piece of land. Now, this property is gonna feature 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,506 square feet of under air living space. It's gonna have a very spacious 2-car garage, and like I mentioned to you, this is gonna come with 2.29 acres of land. Now, as you can see around us, we have a lot of beautiful nature, standing trees. The landscaping has been done perfectly. The builder did an excellent job keeping a lot of the foliage between the neighbors to the right. There is no neighbors to the left, and there is no neighbors behind you. So you have ultimate privacy here. And the best part is the privacy is nature. Now, we're gonna get into all the details, the finishes, everything you want to know about this property, and we're here to be as transparent as possible. Now, before we get inside, I want to make sure you have a good understanding of where we are. We're located here in Dunellen, Florida. Now, if you're wondering, where's Dunellen? Dunellen is about 15 to 20 minutes west of Ocala, Florida, the horse capital of the world. This specific area, you're gonna have shopping centers and all of your daily needs, your Publix, your Walmarts, only 10 minutes away from here. If you wanna get more commercial complexes, it's gonna be about a 25-minute drive to Ocala, where you're gonna have Highway 200. You're gonna have all your Lowe's, your Home Depot, your Starbucks, your Chipotle. I don't know about you, but I always need to know where the closest Chipotle is. It's the typical white rice, chicken, steak, cheese, guac, call it a day. Anyways, that is so irrelevant, but you need, for me, I always look at how far is Chipotle. If it's within 20, 30 minutes, I'm happy. Now, if you want some other things to do, you're gonna have Market Street at Heathbrook there with the Barnes & Noble, Margarita restaurant. You're gonna have a movie theater. Now, the cool thing is, the World Equestrian Center is only 15 minutes away from this specific property. So now maybe you are an equestrian enthusiast, you wanna be very close by. This is a property that's easily accessible. Now, it's not zoned for horses, but you could get permission to have horses on this land. And lastly, one of the most underrated things about Dunellen, Ocala, I believe I kind of bring them together, is that you're gonna have a lot of nature near you. You're gonna have Rainbow Springs within 15 minutes from this property. And me and my friends used to go and we used to jump in the water, and it's a little chillier, but it feels really good. And then you can go canoeing down the river, do the whole thing, paddle boarding. Also, Silver Springs is about 40 minutes on East Ocala. And then to your west of us, we're gonna have Crystal River about 25, 30 minutes away. So that gives you a little perspective locally. On a grander scale, we have Orlando about an hour and a half from here, Tampa an hour and a half, Jacksonville 2.5 hours northeast, and then Miami is gonna be 4 to 4.5 hours south of us. So we're very central here in Florida. And now, to mention you why so many people move to this area is gonna be, one, affordable housing, right? You're gonna be shocked at the end of the video when I tell you how much this house is worth with all of this land. And then I want you to compare it to where you live now, just so that you can see the value that you get in terms of housing. So affordable housing, cost of living is gonna be very low compared to the rest of the United States. And then lastly, it's gonna be very safe. You're in a very private area where people like to keep their peace and privacy alone. Not only just safe locally, but also from any hurricanes that may come. We're very central, so meaning by the time, a Category 5 hurricane hits, it's only a 2 or a 1 by the time it hits Central Florida. So that's one big perk. Look, for anybody who's not from Florida, I want you to know I've lived here for 27 years of my life. I've seen every hurricane that's came through. I've bunkered in, I've done the whole thing. I bought a new house in Altamont Springs 1 week before the last hurricane came that everyone was going crazy about. I boarded up my house, I did the whole thing. And then I was like, why did I board up my house? No one else in the neighborhood did. We know it is a big deal if you're on the coast, I'd say, because there is a lot more risk. But when you're central, you have a lot more peace of mind. So that's one good thing. And also, you know, Florida has a great infrastructure made to sustain really any hurricane that comes, even if you're on the coast. So just to have that understanding and peace of mind. Now, at the end of this video, I'm gonna break down the numbers on this house, what the price looks like, what a down payment could look like. And ultimately, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how a good team of realtors can make sure you guys have an amazing experience and get you an even better deal on your property. We're here to demystify this complicated process of real estate for you guys. But for now, my friends, let's go ahead and get started on this tour. Now, like I mentioned to you, this is no HOA, this is no CDD, so you're gonna have absolutely all of this land to do as you wish. Me personally, I think the standing trees are beautiful. They took out the foliage here at the front, but left a lot of these. I see a lot of oak trees more than pine here in this home. Now, you're gonna have this long extended driveway, super long driveway that leads up to your 2-car garage. And ultimately, you know, this is extra parking space, whatever you wanna use it as. You know, I'm sure if you have kids, they'll put it as a basketball court, even so. Now, the exterior of this home is concrete block and stucco construction. You're gonna have an absolutely beautiful wraparound porch that's gonna have a metal roof on top of it. The main house is gonna have a 30-year architectural shingle roof. You're gonna have shiplap accents at the top, and you're gonna have ceiling fans around the whole entire porch. Another great thing is you have all this landscaping, but truly, you know, this is where you wake up in the morning. Me, I have tea, you will have coffee. This is just so peaceful. You have your green front yard, beautiful big porch. You're hanging out with your friends, your husband, your wife. This is ultimately gonna give you a deep sense of peace right here. Now, my friends, let's go ahead and take a look inside. Now, this is a definition of a modern farmhouse. Below my feet, we're gonna have ceramic tiles going through the whole entirety of the home, vaulted ceilings with a beam at the top of it, shiplap accent walls, tons of windows to bring in that natural light, and you can just see the greenery at your periphery. Like over here, I see all the green, can't see it behind me, but literally from every single inch of this space, this is gonna be the heart of the home, the living room, the dining, the kitchen. You can see green all around you. I wanna take a nap. If I had a chair, it's starting to rain a little bit. If we had a couch in here, this is incredible. I think what really stands out right here is gonna be the abundance of natural light coming in, especially from the very top of the ceiling window. All of the windows here are facing the north side of the home, the glass front door. Man, this speaks to me. Now, let's get into the tour. Here we have the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be your quartz island looking into your living room. You got your farmhouse sink, you got the bronze finishes, and behind me, you're gonna have the 42-inch shaker cabinets. You're gonna have all cafe appliances, the stove, the dishwasher, the fridge, and then you got your hood right over here to get all of that smoke out of the property. And these cafe appliances are by General Electric, and it's just like standard higher kind of level that they have. You know, I know you guys are watching this, and if you're in another state, I know you're loving this house. Anyways, you got an abundance of cabinet space as well. And ladies and gentlemen, this kitchen really has it all. Right over here, you're gonna have your chandelier, which identifies that this is gonna be the formal dining space. And then as I walk back, you know, this is gonna be our living room. Good place to set up a couch. This looks like a cool place to hire an artist, create a mural, something like that. Electric fireplace with your mantle above to set up your TV right over there. I might move to Denellen. This is something. Now, follow me this way. Here, right off of the kitchen, we do have the pantry. And then this hallway is gonna take us to all the bedrooms. Now, like I mentioned to you, this is 2,506 square feet. All that space is at the front of the house. Now we're gonna take a look at all the very spacious guest bedrooms. let's go ahead and step into the very first guest bedroom here closest to the living space. This is gonna be about 11 by 11 feet, just to give you perspective on the size. Same flooring, window facing the east side of the home. And then we're gonna have a walk-in closet right over here. Now, one thing I want you to know, all the doors in this home are gonna be 8-foot doors, so that's just like a nice little extra touch. Off of this bedroom, we're gonna have our bathroom. We're gonna transition the tiles. You're gonna have level 2 quartz, your toilet, and this beautiful subway backsplash going to the top of the ceiling. Man, this is nice. Whoever designed this, I wanna talk to you. Now, right over here, we're stepping into the next guest bedroom. This one is gonna be slightly bigger, ladies and gentlemen, window facing the west side of the home, looking into the covered patio space. And then we have a Jack and Jill bathroom, 2 sinks, custom wood cabinetry, private toilet, tub with different backsplash. And then right over here, this is gonna be the next guest bedroom. Again, windows facing the west side of the home. And then here is going to be your walk-in closet for it. And all of these bedrooms are gonna be coming with ceiling fans. Now, if you follow me this way, we're gonna continue into the master bedroom. So come on in. Here, we're gonna have a very large master. It's gonna be perfect to set up your king-size bed right over here, set up your TV. You got your elegant ceiling fan and 4 LED lights, and then 2 windows facing the east side of the home. Now, my heart is pumping because these are the type of bathrooms. These are the type of bathrooms that just really take your breath away. And I think the master bathroom is where a lot of people make decisions on the new construction homes they want. Because ultimately, think about it for a second. The master bathroom is where you get ready for your day. Mentally, physically, emotionally, this is where you're getting started. So me personally, this is incredible. You're gonna have the nice transition tile. It's gonna be beautiful. You're gonna have the accents, double sink, extra cabinetry, all the accents are beautiful. And then you have your tub right here in the middle on the other side of your doorless entry shower. Now, right on this end, we are gonna have our private toilet. And then right this way, we're gonna have our formal closet. Now, builder is gonna be putting some cabinetry. I do not have confirmation exactly what kind of cabinetry, but I'll get that information over to you. Now, we're gonna continue through the house. So far, everything looks phenomenal. All the little details make a big difference, and we've toured a lot of homes, and this one really is taking my breath away. Now, if you come this way, here's gonna be the formal laundry room, washer, dryer hookup. You got a nice sink, window facing the east side of the home, 8-foot door, and boom. And now we're gonna head to the south side, and this is a door. It's gonna take us to the 2-car garage. This is an oversized 2-car garage. It's gonna be a little over 20 feet long. You're gonna have space in between and on the side. So if you wanted to maybe create like that little work area, that's gonna be great. Here's gonna be your water heater. You have attic space above. So I don't know if you have this in other states or anywhere else, but I had this in my family house. You can pull down the stairs and you can go up there, and that's where all our luggage is for when we go to Europe, and that's where all our Christmas lights are stored. All right, let's get that back up. Oh, come on. Pro. Okay, also below my feet, you are gonna have this nice, freshly epoxied. And then, I don't care if it's raining, I wanna show you everything. You see that? All of that, all the way to where the trees end is your land. From all the way down there to there, your property line, you have so much space back here. I'm gonna walk back here. You have plenty of space to set up a pool. You have your well system right over there. You're gonna have beautiful landscaping around it. Everything about this property, they did it right. We've toured so many builders, and this one is doing something different. I love it, I love it. Let me know if you love it. Let's get inside, take a look at some numbers. So here we are at the end of the tour, ladies and gentlemen. This house is something special. Let me know in the comments what you think about this property. If you've been on this channel for a while, we've toured a lot of homes, but this really stands apart, you know, and really a lot of it has to do with the landscaping. A lot of it has to do with the amount of windows that he put into this property. And I have absolutely no doubt that it'll sell for $799,000. That is the current market price for this property, $799,000, ladies and gentlemen. Now, with all the finishes, all the design, everything that comes with this house, you know, it's just something so incredible. You have neighbors in front of you that it looks like they have probably like 5 acres. They have their space to be creative, to do things that they want to do. You can put a pool back there. You can put a basketball court if you wanted to. You could build a cabana, a workshop, an RV garage. Those are things that you have access to do, especially in these areas. That's why people move out here, to create certain experiences for them and their family. Now, with that being said, $799,000 is the purchase price of this home. Now let's go ahead and say you wanted to look into a down payment, right? You could utilize a conventional loan with 5% down. Now, when you do conventional loans, you can also do them with 3% down, but typically it's a very small percentage of buyers that can do 3%. So I like to say 5%. So let's just say $799,000. 5% of that would be just under $40,000. So just under $40,000 is what you're looking at in terms of a down payment. Now, my job as a realtor is to help you buy a house at the best deal possible. So when you buy a house, you have down payment and closing cost. As a realtor, I have worked tremendously. I've spent hours teaching my team on how we can make sure to get our closing costs covered for our clients and also maybe get something off the price. But of course, at the same time, you know, if you find a house that you love, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get you that house, also still getting you a good deal. But our job is to find you the right property, get you the right property with the right protection. And that's what we do here. Now, we do give recommendations on offers. Properties like this, we could say, hey, personally, I think the value's here. I think someone's gonna eat this up. And this has a lot of value and it's in an area that's only growing. So with that being said, those are things to take into consideration. If you're looking at something like secondary home, 10% down, I just wanna get you those numbers, and that's gonna be $80,000. And then if you're looking 20% down, that's gonna be $160,000. So maybe you wanna go 20% conventional so you don't have to pay any private mortgage insurance, and that's gonna take off anywhere from $200 to $400 on your payment monthly. You're looking at thousands of dollars that you would be saving per year. Now, I'm so pumped up. This house just has so much good energy in it. Continuing through, if there are any veterans out there, I want you to know that you can buy this house with zero money down, and that's one of the best benefits about being a veteran and also being in active military. Also, July 1st, Hometown Heroes is coming back. They're gonna be assisting people with down payment. You just have to have a 640 credit score and above, and you're gonna get a reduced interest rate with no points. It is a dream. If I was buying my first house, I would be all over this Hometown Heroes program. So make sure, if you want to get a 60-second pre-approval, I work with the best lenders in Central Florida, and you can get a 60-second pre-approval if you want to do that before you even talk to us. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to speak from the heart for a second. My name is Renzo Montiuti, if you haven't gotten the gist, but I've lived here in Florida pretty much my whole life. I've grew up here in Orlando, near the airport. I went to school at Orangewood Christian School. I went to college, played 3 years of soccer at Warner University, and then I transferred to Florida Atlantic University for 2 years, and I got a general studies degree, and I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods before this, selling shoes. I had a moment in my life where I was just like, you know what? I'm not making good decisions, and I know it. I became conscious for just a minute. You know, I lived unconsciously almost my whole life until I was 22 years old. I was in my dorm room and I realized, what the heck am I doing with my life? And I made a decision. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna live a prosperous life. Through a decision where once you make a decision, that literally the hair on your arms start to stand up, the hair on your neck starts to stand up, and with such firm intention, you just literally changed your whole entire body structure. Now you became a little bit more conscious. I love the way Dr. Joe Dispenza says that you're in the river of change. I just want you guys to know that there's a lot of realtors out here doing exactly what I'm doing. You're watching their videos, I get it. But work with the person that stands out the most to you. Work with the person that you feel most comfortable with. If you feel more connected to someone, be with that person. right? But at the end of the day, you want someone who's gonna be on your side, someone who's literally gonna fight for you and make sure everything goes smoothly. Make sure they have the experience to handle stressful situations, because unfortunately those things do happen sometimes in real estate, and you need to be with someone that can handle their emotions, that don't react to their emotions, that can think larger than the way they feel. There's so many people here, you guys have watched our videos, and I'm so grateful, and truly, I want to just give you a kiss. I want you to look in my eyes. I will literally want to just give you a kiss through the TV. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just a hardworking man here. We have a team of 9 agents. And truly, we're here dedicated to making sure we can make a difference here in the Central Florida area in terms of real estate and live a prosperous life, live a life filled with love and abundance and joy and gratitude. And that's what we're here. We're focused on. We're focused on learning the science of change, how to become better people. And real estate is a great catalyst. We're changing other people's lives in the process, and it's something beautiful. We're here to help you get into a property and reach that next chapter in your life. And I know a lot of you might be leaving places that hold a lot of memories, some good, some bad, but you know, when you get a new home, it's almost like a fresh start. It's a blank slate. You get to start somewhere new. And sometimes that is the most refreshing feeling we can have. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is anybody interested in getting in touch with me, setting up a Zoom call with the team, you can give us a call at 407-250-9691. The Satori Group is the name of my real estate team, and we have a lot of dedicated individuals. And these people surprise me in how much they are able to change, and how much they're able to hold themselves accountable. And we really are looking to take everything we do here to a new level. And anybody who calls us, I want to show you what we're capable of. So ladies and gentlemen, I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Never thought I'd have the opportunity to do this in my life. And then I just, you know, here we are. And I'm so blessed. Everyone we've worked with, I don't know if there's still a lot of past clients watching videos, but you know, you guys are awesome. And we appreciate you so much. And you know, don't just take my word for it on this YouTube video. Go look at our Google reviews, and that'll tell you what the type of experience people have had working with us. And if you're looking for something great, here we are. So ladies and gentlemen, I love you all so much. Take care. I promise I'm done now. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.